What's up guys, Toxic here. Today we'll be talking about one of the worst vegans ever. And believe it or not, it's not that vegan teacher. Her name is Vegan Booty. Now she's basically a pedophile version of that vegan teacher. Now that vegan teacher usually just goes after content creators and makes little cringy skits. But this vegan, she goes naked in front of kids, she goes topless in public, and she doesn't just post, vegan content, she also posts sexual content. But all this aside, she made a video reacting to commentary videos about her. I thought today we could take a look at some of it. Anyways, without further ado, let's just get into it.
You may have noticed recently that there have been quite a few videos about me circulating around YouTube. These videos are claiming that I'm worse than that vegan teacher, and I'm going to be responding to as many of them as I can. This particular video that I'm going to be responding to is called "That Vegan Teacher's Daughter Needs to Stop." In the description of this video it says, "That vegan teacher has a daughter that goes by the name Vegan Booty TikTok. That vegan teacher is pretty weird, but Vegan Booty is even worse. She is 10 times more cringy than that vegan teacher TikTok." So this video that I'm going to be responding to is by a YouTuber called Boy.
By the way, that's Boy. He's a fellow commentator.
I think that's how you say it. And this person has over 95,000 subscribers. So let's see what he has to say about me, and I'll be responding to just about every statement that he makes.
So I'm sure you all know who that vegan teacher is already. If not, I'll give you a little tape.
Might cut a lot of Boy's part out, because that's not really what we're here for.
Absolutely thrilled. Woo! Real note though, does she really think that Kentucky Fried Chicken is gonna go vegan? Their whole kind of thing is, well, selling fried chicken. I don't think a little song that you made outside of a KFC with a ukulele is going to change anything whatsoever, but yeah, sure.
So what's really cool is that you can actually get vegan chicken. That's right, you don't have to murder an innocent being to devour in their flesh to be able to enjoy the same tastes and textures. There are numerous vegan chicken products all over the market, as well as other vegan alternatives to different animal products. In some countries, KFC has introduced a vegan chicken alternative, so they're one step closer to becoming completely vegan.
I've tried vegan meat and it tastes like literal dog shit. But just because they released one vegan product doesn't mean they're going to be a completely vegan company. They're literally known for selling meat.
There is an increase in the demand for plant-based products, so KFC and other fast food chains will be 100% vegan in the near future.
People are going to buy what they want. If they stop selling fried chicken, people will just simply start buying fried chicken from somewhere else.
Also makes her dog vegan too, which is insane to me. I don't get it, because a vegan diet for a dog is extremely bad for them and can lead to all kinds of problems for them. If she is so caring about animals, how can she sit there and do that to her dogs, the animals that are part of her family? I don't get it.
Do you know what really is insane here? That trillions of animals are brutally murdered for ourselves and our companions to consume.
Something I'd like to bring up is, why are wolves and bears and stuff like that allowed to eat meat, but when human does it, it's murdering and insane? It's just nature.
Why on earth pay someone to murder a cow or a pig or a chicken to feed your dog when they can thrive and survive on a plant-based diet?
Dogs have evolved from wolves, so they genetically need meat to survive. It's just how their bodies are built.
It's absolutely crazy to me that people will sit at the table devouring in the murdered bodies of innocent beings whilst loving their companion dog or cat, as well as feeding those animals the murdered bodies of other species. Studies show that dogs can thrive on a plant-based diet.
Would you be so kind to show me this study?
And even experience added health benefits. I'll read out the findings of a few studies to back up this claim.
I wasn't expecting that.
A researcher by the name of Erik Axelsson and his colleagues at Uppsala University in Sweden discovered that dogs have anywhere from 4 to 30 copies of a gene, AMY2B, that allows them to digest starchy plant-based foods. Wolves typically have 2 copies. The duplication of this gene in dogs dates back at least 5,000 to 7,000 years, according to paleontological data. These findings indicate that dogs adapted to relatively starch-rich diets early in their domestication.
Now, this is true to some extent. Yes, they can live off of plants, but they can live healthier off of meat.
Research conducted in 2009 involved a study of sprint racing huskies who were fed a nutritionally complete meatless diet over a period of 16 weeks, including 10 weeks of competitive racing. Blood tests found that the red blood cell counts and hemoglobin values were within the normal range throughout the study, and the consulting veterinarian determined all participating dogs to be in excellent physical condition. In a 2014 study, researcher of Vienna Veterinary University hypothesized that dogs fed a complete vegan diet would exhibit iron and B12 deficiencies, but instead found that there were no significant deviations from dogs fed a conventional meat-based diet. She concluded that plant-based diets, if nutritionally complete, can assure a healthy lifestyle in dogs.
Now, there's something different about that article. If you listen closer to their wording, yes, they were healthy off of the plants, but they're saying they weren't as healthy if they would have given them meat. They're basically just saying they were pretty healthy for not getting any meat. Now, she did just show another article, but I cut that out because it's almost the exact same thing as the last one she showed.
So what I'll do is I'll link all the studies to that evidence, and you can have a look for yourself that dogs can thrive and survive on a plant-based diet, and there is absolutely no need to pay someone to shoot another being in the head to feed yourself or your dog or even your cat.
Now, I am glad she showed some sources that back up her point, but in all honesty, there's more sources against her than actually with her.
But moving on, we aren't really here to talk about that vegan teacher video, which is another vegan on TikTok who likes to force veganism on everyone, just as much, if not more, as that vegan teacher.
Alright, here we go again with vegans are forceful, and Vegan Booty is the most forceful vegan out there because she goes shouting and screaming inside supermarkets and restaurants. There is certainly nothing forceful about what I'm doing.
Yes, there is. Well, when people ask you to leave, you proceed to yell about how they're sexually harassing you.
I'm not holding a knife to anyone's throat saying that they have to go vegan. I'm just going out and speaking out the truth about what is happening in the meat, dairy and egg industries, which is the rape, torture, mutilation, abuse, and murder of these innocent beings.
1. No animals are getting meat to the cheeks and getting raped. 2. You go topless and go naked in front of little kids in public.
And I'm trying to make the public aware of what is actually happening and the atrocities that they are directly paying for. Speaking of being forceful, there is nothing more forceful than putting a knife to an innocent being's throat.
You do realize they put the animals to sleep before killing them, right? So they don't feel any pain or have to witness themselves dying.
In fact, your views are so forceful, someone is murdered because of them. Each time you choose to consume meat, dairy and egg products, or buy any other animal products, you are paying someone to slit an innocent being's throat. This is all completely unnecessary animal abuse and murder.
And her name is Vegan Booty.
Hey everyone, my name's Vegan Booty. I'm that vegan teacher's daughter. Why the fuck aren't you vegan yet?
So she says that she is that vegan teacher's daughter. Now, I don't know how true that is, but regardless, she acts just as if she was actually her daughter. Like, this chick is literally the same.
So I'm here holding the head of an innocent and sentient being. This being was only 6 months old when he was forced into a carbon dioxide gas chamber where he suffocated to death.
I like how she says in the animal holocaust. Hitler was vegan. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that, did you?
The reason why I decided to hold that being's head was because people are so disconnected from who they are actually eating.
Because I didn't know pork chops came from pigs.
When you go into the supermarkets, all you see is a neatly wrapped package of someone's flesh.
AKA meat.
No one even considers that being was once an individual, that being was once a living, sentient being, no different to their companion dogs and cats.
Everybody knows they were alive at some point. It's just the fact they want to eat meat.
The general public have no idea what is actually happening in the meat, dairy and egg industries.
We know exactly what's going on. They've literally shown people.
So I suggest you educate yourself and watch Dominion Movement on YouTube to see the truth and what is actually happening behind closed doors.
You know, there's actually one thing that I really like about this page though. She actually has her comments enabled. You know, that vegan teacher has all her comments turned off except for people that are vegan, but Vegan Booty, she can take the heat. She lets people get in there and comment whatever they want. Here's your snack, guys, with pretty much every single emoji that has meat. You gotta love that. Barbecue in my house. Everyone is invited. You bet your ass I'm going to a barbecue, people. That shit is just too good.
As I mentioned earlier, there are vegan alternatives to everything, including burgers and sausages.
I'm not eating that vegan bullshit. Once again, I've tried it and it tastes like actual cheeks.
You can have a murderless barbecue by eating vegan sausages and burgers.
Once again, they taste like actual crap.
Would you look him in the eyes and say that your taste is worth more than his life?
Jesus Christ. Imagine being at a grocery store and you have this going on in the middle of it. What the fuck? This is just embarrassing at this point.
Hey, what's the matter?
Do you know where your free-range Christmas ham really came from? They were 6 months old when they were forced into a carbon dioxide gas chamber, when they suffocated to death.
Holy shit. You're telling me that the ham sandwich I just ate for lunch is made out of a pig that died?
I'm beginning to realize how much of Keed Boy's part is actually in the video, so I'm going to start cutting more of it out.
I can't believe this. I mean, it was a fire sandwich though, so I'd say it was worth it.
Don't act like you don't care. I bet you couldn't even watch 10 minutes of Dominion Movement.
You know what, I actually don't give a shit. You think that's bad? I've actually watched them die in person and it's not that bad. They literally put them to sleep before they kill them. They don't die these horrific deaths as you say they do.
The first 10 to 15 minutes of that documentary is the filthy conditions that pigs are living in and the standard practice that they are forced into carbon dioxide gas chambers at just 6 months of age. I've been outside of those pig slaughterhouses and you can hear the pigs screaming for their lives as they thrash and suffocate to death in extremely high CO2 levels.
Ask is for 30 seconds to expose the truth and then I move on.
No, because it's upsetting to the people here. They don't like it. They've come for peace and quiet.
And how is this in the legislation?
The level.
Hey?
How
It's
is this in?
legislation because it's
Can
a
you
public
can
place
you
and
speak
I'm-
to me
and I'm
on
an
the
authorised
legislation?
officer.
Put some clothes on your horse.
I don't know what she thought would come out of posting her getting told to go home on TikTok. Like, did she just expect everyone to be like, oh my god, how dare he kick a topless woman in a cow costume who's forcing veganism on people to go home? This isn't right. Well, I mean, that didn't exactly happen. Actually, the opposite outcome came out of you posting this video. Did someone say KFC?
I obviously understand that most of my content is going to perpetuate hate towards me. And I think it's actually pretty clever that I title my videos the way that I do because it's good clickbait and it gets all those non-vegans in to actually see the truth. I couldn't care less about how much hate I receive. In fact, I measure my own success by the amount of haters that I have.
Fuck all the hate, dude. You post sexual content onto an app full of kids. Not to mention you advertise OnlyFans with veganism.
The more haters, the better.
Chickens only have one hole. The egg comes out of that hole. You are literally eating her ovulation. Why on earth would you want to eat someone's ovulation?
She sounds like the girl to call someone marrying someone the same thing as marrying sperm.
Because it's fucking delicious. Life.
Please explain to me how consuming a bird's ovulation is the circle of life. Have you even seen the conditions that those hens are forced to live in?
Yeah, my grandpa and neighbors own chickens. They just sit around and eat all day. They are given a giant yard and that's all they do. It's not like they're doing slave work or anything like that. And do the video here because my microphone literally got cancer for having to record this much stuff in like such a short sitting. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Anyways, see you later.